I went live and immediately regretted that decision because my background is so messy. This is so unfortunate. So we're just gonna tilt it this way. There we go. That is so much better. Okay. Thanks for hopping on the live stream, everybody. Today I have kind of a friend now on the YouTube sphere. Stetson Dogget is going to be on, and we're going to be going over Would You Rather, Verizon or T-Mobile edition. A few weeks ago, I did Verizon versus AT&T. This week is Verizon and T-Mobile. Next week will be T-Mobile versus AT&T. So it's just kind of a fun thing. I figure, why not just get you guys involved and we can vote on silly questions and have a good time. So introducing now my co-host for the evening, Stetson Dogget. He also has his own channel. You can check him out there.
Great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. I think it's going to be a fun
absolutely. Yeah, I think we have some great questions lined up. You've done a great job preparing all of these polls, and we have a cool system for keeping track of the winner. So I'm excited for all the people joining us today who are going to be able to vote on Would You Rather for Verizon and T-Mobile.
Yes, exactly. And it's a little old-fashioned to kind of just throw it together in my Photoshop and on the internet. So I think it'll be good. It'll be fun.
It's going to be great.
Last week or 2 weeks ago, I almost broke 100 viewers, live viewers. So I'm hoping we break that 100-person mark today. We're already at 30, which is pretty awesome. So I'm pretty stoked. Thanks for joining us, you guys. So I do have one announcement I want to make before we jump into the voting, but keep your eyes peeled to Whistle Out TV this week. On Thursday, we're launching a pretty cool promotion, a really cool initiative that I think everyone's going to be really stoked on. So on Thursday, we're going live. It's another dream job. If you were here for the last dream job, it blew up and it was pretty fun. So we're doing another dream job on Thursday, and it will be running for a month. So keep tuned to the channel where I'll release the video on Thursday and all the information will come out around that. And then I'll do a live stream about that later in the month. So just wanted to give a quick shout out from there. I want to look at some of these comments because they're silly. The dynamic duo.
Not very color coordinated, but it's okay.
I should have color coordinated.
Someone should be wearing red, someone should be wearing pink.
Oh, that's such a good idea. I didn't think that far ahead. That is totally my bad. And then I like to give a few shout outs. So hi, Dimitri from San Francisco. Hello, hello. Oh, someone's asking who was first. Stetson was most definitely first.
Jeez, yeah, I think I created my channel like 2011.
Yeah.
Stetson's
been doing this for a long time. How old were you when you started, Stetson?
Oh, God. So I created the channel in 2011. I was probably like 12 or something. And it took off in like 2016 where I was a senior in high school. So that was like, what are you when you're like 17 or 18, I think.
Okay, so, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I've been doing this for like almost half my life, I guess, at this point. Like I'm 23 now, so like yeah, I've been in this space for a while. Not always doing cell phone plan related stuff, but on YouTube for a while for sure.
Yeah, that's amazing. And now you've started your own website too on top of that.
Yeah, it's a lot, but I love it. It's fun. I know, you're handling the Whistle Out channel. It's been really cool seeing that grow, and it's great having you in the space.
Yeah, definitely. It's funny because we're basically like direct competitors, but also but also check out both of our sites for all of your cell phone needs. Okay, let's see. JR, you keep making fun comments. The king and queen of tech wireless. That's us.
I would say that's true. There's very few people in the space, so honored to be here.
That's true, yeah. And very fun. Okay, we're going to get going into this. So I want to show you guys kind of what the dealio is. So if you've been coming to the live streams for a little bit, you know that I've been kind of doing some voting. So we vote, and then I normally rank in a specific platform. I show who's winning, who's losing. But there's so many questions today that the normal system I use just won't work this time. So what I'm doing is I made this. So every time we take a vote, every time someone wins the vote, I'm going to move this little pointer up and down. And wherever this ends up on either side of the pink or red, that's who ultimately wins. Would you rather Verizon or T-Mobile this whistle out would you rather show. Okay, so that's going to be how it goes. We have about 17 questions. I imagine it'll be about 45 minutes or so. So if you want to stay on and join us and vote with us, that would be awesome. My goal is to get 100 concurrent viewers. That would be freaking killer. So share it, send it out. I would appreciate all the help. And if you're rewatching this, if you're going to be on the replay gang, hello. And thanks for hopping on, everybody. Okay, so the first question, Stetson helped with a lot of these. These were so creative. I hit him up on Twitter. I was like, hey, what are some good like would you rathers? And he's they're so creative. I love them. So this is the first one. Framed artwork. Would you rather have a Verizon SIM card or a T-Mobile SIM card? And I'm going to copy this link and put it in here.
Yeah, so backstory behind this, we have very little artwork in our apartment. And, you know, I was just thinking about what would I frame that's related to what I do. And I just thought of this hilarious, like a SIM card, but in a massive canvas. So like a tiny little centerpiece with a huge mat and a huge frame, you know, like 36 by, I don't really know picture sizes, but just huge with a tiny centerpiece. That's where this idea came from.
I love it. You know, for myself, I'm going to choose T-Mobile just because I like
T-Mobile? Have you seen the SIM card, Sherry?
No. What? No.
I would easily Verizon. They have like a nice solid black with a red check.
What's T-Mobile SIM card look like? Is it not just pink?
It's not pink. It's got a pink T on it, but then you have like the 12-digit, yeah, I think it's 12 digits. You have the ICCID on it, and it's just not as pretty.
Not as pretty. Okay, I'm still gonna go with T-Mobile because if there's pink on it, I prefer it.
Where's your straw poll? I'm clicking on Verizon.
You do that. You click on Verizon, and I'm gonna show these results and see what's happening out there. 16. There's no way it's 8-8. This is crazy. Ooh, Verizon's taking the lead. Okay. I think you might have convinced some people with the fancy of the.
You can get all three. Put them side by side. Get a nice what do you call that? Like a triplet piece of work.
That could be cool. That could be. When you were saying that, I was like, it would be really fun to have them all in like a giant one and just like. That's fun. Okay. That's actually, I'm redoing my studio because I moved recently, and I'm like trying to think of stuff to put in the background. I'm going to be getting some like cool lights to put on the wall.
Lights are a must.
Yeah, you know, like the nano leaf lights that every like tech tuber has. I'm like, I want it, so that's what I'm gonna get. So I'm getting that, and I was thinking about getting some like vintage phones like off Amazon and like.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah,
But framing SIM cards on the wall is absolutely genius, so I'm gonna steal that.
We'll see. Yeah, when you get your SIM cards, let me know. I think Verizon's got my vote. I also really like US Mobile. Their SIM cards are beautiful.
Ooh. That's good to know. Okay. We're at 11:11, so I'm gonna need. I'll look at the comments to see if there's anybody like. It looks like there's a lot of T-Mobile in the comments. T-Mobile. So if we don't get another vote coming in, I'm gonna choose T-Mobile just for the comments. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to choose T-Mobile.
Look at that tie, though.
Oh, there we go.
T-Mobile.
I guess I could keep it a tie and just keep it on the 0 mark, but I think for now we're gonna call T-Mobile the winner for framed artwork, and T-Mobile just keeps pulling ahead. Okay, I have to cancel it now. This is it. That we're stopping because if we stay too long on any question, this live stream is just gonna be forever. So,
sure.
Let's say T-Mobile won this one, but there are 16 more questions. Okay, guys, so don't be too angry. Let's move on to the next. It is another Stetson question. Stetson, do you want to read this one?
Sure. Would you rather use a T-Mobile phone without LTE band 13, or would you rather use a Verizon phone without band 66? And the thinking here is those are the two primary LTE bands on each of the networks. So you're taking a pretty big hit in performance. Which one would you rather go for?
I think I would choose Verizon.
Okay. You're willing to go without band 66 on Verizon as opposed to T-Mobile.
I think so. I think I would like to think it might, but to be fair, I haven't looked at the coverage maps for all of these without these bands, right?
Right?
But
Yeah, that's
I
the
feel
they
like
don't even make those.
Verizon might have just a little bit more coverage left after that. However, T-Mobile's 5G is growing. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Verizon on this one. Which
Sure.
one are you? How are you voting?
I think I would go T-Mobile here just because their N71 and N41 I would still get that.
Mm,
And I think they're using some other bands as well. So it could be abysmal on both, but I think I'll go T-Mobile here.
let's see. I'll show the results and then highlight a comment of someone who says they are experiencing this at the moment. Verizon phone without 66 is crap in my area. My phone uses 13 mostly. Okay, well, there we go. Lots of people are saying T-Mobile, T-Mobile. Which carriers do we use personally? This is a good time to go over that. I use AT&T.
Yeah, I
So
think last stream didn't you say you're AT&T Elite?
yeah, I'm AT&T Elite on a family plan.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's really cheap. It's like only like $35 a month because
Oh,
we have like 8 lines.
that
So
is amazing, Sherry.
yeah, it's pretty nice. I'm not leaving anytime soon.
I could not get that. I was an only child, so it was like me and my parents, and for 3 lines, it's just like, well, we're still paying $60 to $70 a line. So I had my own. I went on my own ways. I met some people on Reddit. That's how I got in some family plans. I currently use Mint Mobile as my personal provider.
Okay, yeah, that's nice. Cool. So far we have 17 votes. T-Mobile is in the lead, 11-6, and that's a pretty
I think
far
that's fair.
lead.
Yeah, T-Mobile notching it up on the makeshift scorecard here.
Yeah, going up another point. In the comments though, we do have Verizon, lots of Verizon there. If you guys are coming in late, I do just link the poll in the comments. So if you scroll up a little bit in the chat, you'll be able to see it. But I think how far ahead T-Mobile is, Verizon
It's
is
a
not going to
safe
catch up.
bet. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna call T-Mobile the win here. Gonna turn off the auto refresh and woo! I live right on train tracks,
Oh,
so
really? You don't say.
so that is the fun of living close to the water in California is you get train noise. Okay, so Verizon or T-Mobile has won 2 questions in a row. We have 15 questions left. Let's get to it. The next one again is a Stetson one, but I'll take this one. Would you rather take Verizon traveling abroad or T-Mobile traveling abroad? And tell us the inspiration
Well,
behind
I thought
this.
this was a great question. Thank you, me, for asking it. But really, my thinking here is like, we haven't been traveling, but I thought, which one is better for traveling? If that's important for people, we talk a lot about domestic use here in the United States, which is super important. But what if you're going outside the United States? So
Mhm.
that was kind of my thinking here.
Yeah, I think you and I live and breathe cell phone plans for the most part. However, it's very hard for me to recall every little detail of all the plans. But I do think that T-Mobile has better foreign capabilities. Like it's
Yeah,
better
well,
for
it's
traveling.
free. It's
Yeah.
included. So
Yes.
Verizon, I tried this. My family and I went on a trip to Denmark, Sweden, Iceland, and I naturally was like perfect opportunity to spend like $400 on cell service and try them all out. So Verizon is, I think you can pay like $10 a day or something, or $70 extra per month, and then you get international service where T-Mobile is included. It's slow, 128 kilobits per second or 256 kilobits per second, but it's included
Mhm.
for free and it works. Like that's all you need to get like Google Maps, and then you
Yeah.
can connect to like coffee shop Wi-Fi's and things like that. So T-Mobile, in my opinion, definitely is the better option here.
Yeah, when I saw that come in, I'm like, I think T-Mobile's gonna crush this, but I'm not sure. Sometimes I am completely wrong, and I felt my intuition was correct on this one.
100% sure, yeah.
T-Mobile is crushing it, 17-4 to Verizon. However, I think in the later questions, Verizon will make a comeback. So we have to wait for that. So far, T-Mobile has won all 3 of these questions. Let me see if there's any comments I want to highlight. There's someone asking about coverage. I don't think either of us know this on right off the bat, but we can direct you where to find this question, Ryan. My girlfriend goes to school in Hungary. Would it be better for me to get a Hungarian carrier or keep T-Mobile as my carrier overseas? I guess it depends if you're like going to visit there like long term, like if you're going to live there, or if you're staying in the States. If you're staying in the States, just stay with T-Mobile. But if you're visiting there, depends how long you're going to be there for.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. Like T-Mobile's data will work, but be slow, but it's also included with your plan. If you have a little extra, maybe you get an eSIM or you get a local carrier. The local carrier should be pretty cheap though.
Yeah, he just said short term. If it's just short term, you could potentially just work off of Wi-Fi and just use like your Wi-Fi off T-Mobile, or if you just want to try out a Hungarian SIM card, then do that. But no need to fully transition out of T-Mobile, in our humble opinions. Okay, we have 21 votes here, 17-4 for T-Mobile. Turning off the auto refresh and calling this the win here for T-Mobile. So let's head over to the score sheet. 3 for 3 T-Mobile. I have to admit, I wasn't anticipating this so early on, but we still got a lot of live stream left. So
they're pulling ahead.
They're pulling ahead. Okay, kind of another travel related one. Stetson, take it away.
Would you rather bring Verizon or T-Mobile with you when traveling to Canada or Mexico? This one, another one inspired by traveling abroad. I think these are pretty closely matched. I believe you get 5 gigs included with Verizon and T-Mobile here. So it might just come down to personal preference for this one.
Right. Yeah, I think overall T-Mobile's plans are a little bit cheaper, so there's that to think about. Verizon though has just in general more coverage. So I guess it just depends on that. I don't know. I'm gonna stick. Well, I'm gonna go with Verizon. I'm going with
Verizon for this one.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know why.
Brand recognition.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
and just because it's continental.
They're the same.
Yeah,
I would say, or it looks like Verizon might actually be 0.5 gigs as opposed to, or that is half a gig. But I think T-Mobile has 5 gigs. I think I'm going to go T-Mobile. Gut instinct is T-Mobile. They're already ahead, so maybe they just deserve the win here.
That's true. I don't need to try and even it out. For some reason in my anxious brain, I'm like, we need to give Verizon more of a chance.
Wow. Results are still 50-50 though.
Yeah, they're close. Oh, let's do the auto refresh. Oh, woo! We got 50-50. I'll look at the comments and see. The comments look pretty split. T-Mobile, Verizon, T-Mobile.
Commenters are saying both seem to work actually really well.
Yeah, I think what we might have here is a good old draw. And I'm fine with calling it a draw, so we're just going to keep it. I think what I'll do is just keep it at 3. We'll keep the score at +3 for T-Mobile and not really move anything around because it's not going to change. So 20 votes coming in strong, 10-10. We're keeping it a tie, keeping it at 3 for T-Mobile. The next question. Let's see. This is a fun one. You had some really
Thank you.
When I was reading these, I was like, dang, Stetson's brain. It's like pretty freaking creative. Okay. So would you rather sit in on a C-suite executive meeting at Verizon or T-Mobile?
Oh man. This is a good one. I mean,
really good.
If I was going to sit on T-Mobile, I feel like they would just be trashing the other carriers. Like that's what they do at all their press events. Like we're not like the other guys, we're doing something way better. So, and Verizon, I honestly don't know what they're doing. Are they talking tech? Are they like, wow, we really need to catch up? Are they just being quiet? Is it all formal and professional?
See, I've been thinking about this for a few hours now. I think I would sit in on Verizon because with Verizon's recent purchase of like C-band and how much money they spent, I bet there are some crazy freaking meetings happening right now inside Verizon. And so I just think it would be way more interesting to be around that energy versus like T-Mobile because they're always, trash talking, having fun. But like, I think it would be really intense to sit in on a Verizon meeting.
Yeah,
so
I agree with you, Sherry. I think I'd like to be on the Verizon team, know what they're up to.
Yes. They're like the king, they've been reigning supreme for a while, and it's like it'd be cool to be like, how are they doing this? It would be cool to sit in on that. So let's pop up these results. And the audience has agreed with us. Woo!
Yeah, it sounds like we have some strong T-Mobile fans in the chat with Arthur and Zach coming in and Ryan.
Yeah.
But I'm personally just more curious on Verizon. What's going on in their heads? As you said, they kind of spent a little bit of money recently, and I imagine there's some fun conversations going on around that.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. The other reason, so we have another question after this. It's the would you rather be president of which company for a day or a CEO? And so I'm holding off on T-Mobile for that one. But it looks like for 22 votes, Verizon has finally won one. Would you rather sit in on a C-level meeting? This is a good one, Moose. Definitely want to see what the Verizon executives will do after tomorrow's earnings. Those who don't know, Moose is an AT&T stan. He is the AT&T know-it-all. So he's pretty in on the goings-on of the telecom world. So thanks for that, Moose. Okay, I'm going to call it at 12 votes to 10 Verizon. Verizon has finally won a round. So let's hop back to my little score sheet and we'll move it down one. We're moving it back down towards Verizon and we'll see what happens.
It's like a tug of war game they have going on.
It is. It is a nice little tug of war. And I didn't know how much each would win, so I made it probably way too big. I should probably take off a few of the end numbers, but that's okay. Okay, on to the next question. And Stetson, you can take this one.
If you could be CEO for a day, would you rather be the CEO of Verizon or T-Mobile?
Okay, right off the top, I would rather be the CEO of T-Mobile. They just seem like they have a lot more fun.
Okay, yeah. They're definitely a little bit more casual and laid back. I feel like in their presentations, a little bit more fun. Verizon a little bit more uptight. I just want to know what's going on behind the scenes of Verizon. So kind of like the previous question, I feel like I would be the CEO of Verizon for a day.
Okay.
Just be like,
Sweet.
guys, what are we thinking with this track phone acquisition? You know?
Exactly. That's a good one. I think with T-Mobile, there's too much sass inside me that I need to get out. And so like when John Legere was still like CEO and he was like trash talking people on Twitter without like any sort of backlash, like he was just doing whatever he wanted. I'm like, that sounds really fun just to get my my sarcasm.
Sure, that would be a perfect fit for you.
I know. Can someone please make me the CEO of T-Mobile, please? Let's get on it.
I'm curious, what is the audience going to vote here?
Ooh, we got Verizon in the lead.
Okay.
I dig it. Alex Lopez, this is a good comment. Verizon, because no way I could top John Legere.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair point. John brought some very creative energy, some great vibes to the brand. So it's kind of challenging to compete with that.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want to go up against someone who was like so widely known. There's not many CEOs who are like, you recognize their name. Like there's a few big brands, but it's like, you can't really name the CEO of many brands, but T-Mobile is one of them. So he definitely created a name for himself. Let's see. It looks like Verizon has, I didn't put on auto refresh.
Yeah, refresh that.
There we go. Verizon is still in the lead.
Taking it back.
13-11. Who would you rather be the CEO of, Verizon or T-Mobile? Verizon coming out hot. 14. They just went up again. In the comments, why would you want to be the CEO of Verizon? I want to highlight someone's comments if you're interested enough to put it on there. But I'm going to call it now 14-11. Verizon won. So let's go back to our score table. And we're bringing it back down. Verizon coming in hot. Someone says money. That's why they...
I guess. I mean, does Verizon have a lot of money? They just spent a lot of money, so therefore they probably don't have a lot of money on hand.
Right. Yeah, that's a great point. But maybe they spent the money because they have it. So maybe
maybe they got, I don't know. It's hard to say. They were the leader. They had the most number of subscribers, so maybe there's something there.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, but Verizon won that one, and Verizon's coming up hot. The next one is another fun one. Would you rather work for Verizon or T-Mobile?
Okay, not going to lie. This one's easy for me. I would easily work for T-Mobile. I feel like they got the stores. Their employees are super friendly. Everyone I chat with at T-Mobile is just super nice. So that'd be my pick. Verizon, I feel like Verizon's weird because they franchise their stores, right? So you're not going to a Verizon store, you're going to an iWireless store or an IM wireless store. And there's a bunch of sales incentives. My grandfather walked in and got upsold a free tablet, but then they added on like that $10 a month charge without him knowing.
Of
So I don't
course.
know. I'm vibing more with T-Mobile right now. Sherry, what are your thoughts?
I am going to go with T-Mobile for the reasons that I would like to be the CEO. I feel like also I see more T-Mobile customer service like helping out on Twitter versus Verizon. Like I feel like they're really on top of their game. I feel like not as many people are getting mad at T-Mobile reps as Verizon reps.
Come on, Sherry, let's be real though. You're going T-Mobile for the pink magenta merch. We know
Don't
it.
do that. Come on. I'm a big fan of the pink. That's all I can say there.
No?
Okay, so we got 14-7 T-Mobile. People are on board with us. I'm gonna check out the comments real quick to see if there's any worth highlighting. Alex is coming in hot with some good comments.
Alex, yeah.
T-Mobile only for the swag. That's it. Yeah, that's a good reason too.
I'm on board with that.
Let's see. Someone Nightcore, Verizon is better. T-Mobile sucks, except for when it's T-Mobile Tuesday. Fair. Okay, so it looks like T-Mobile is in a heavy lead right now. I'm gonna highlight this and let you answer this question of this viewer, Stetson, and then get the next question ready.
Oh, sure, absolutely. I'm checking right now. So I have my party on Visible. It's called Best Phone Plans. I thought that'd be easy to remember and good branding. We have surpassed 2,000 members. We are now at 2,133 members in this group cell phone plan.
I'm sorry, you have one cell phone plan from Visible that has 2,000 people on it?
That is correct. So
Shut
it's
up.
part of Visible's party pay, right? So all the bills are handled separately. People are just joining this group. And yeah, I created it. I was actually terrified, Sherry. I was like, oh my God, am I going to have to like accept people? Is my phone going to blow up with notifications? Like, John, request to join your party. Like all these notifications. But it turns out like the most recent people to join actually get all the notifications. Like I don't get anything. So it's like this self-growing, self-managed party of people. It's pretty great, pretty fun.
What on earth? Have you done a video about this recently? I feel like that would be a cool blog. You have?
I think that's how people found it. I mean, what happened was Visible, they did their huge update where they added international calling to Canada, Mexico, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands, and I think Guam. And I was doing updates on the changes. One of the changes was Party Pay no longer had that 4-person limit. And I was like, guys, I'm making it easy. Like, you don't have to search for your friends. I'm making a party. It's right here. You can join. I'll accept everyone. And it's snowballed from there to over 2,000 people. So we have 2,000 people in this party.
How quickly did that grow? Like, what is the timetable on this?
Well, we hit like a couple hundred people very quickly, I want to say, like within the first week or two. And then the video's been out for maybe 1 or 2 months at this point. So yeah, it is really kind of just accelerated. I want to say it's the second biggest party, I think, on Visible.
What's the biggest party?
I think the people on Reddit, they're really tech savvy and they're into it. So I think let's see if I can pull it up.
Oh my God, this is so crazy. We're taking a beat away from T-Mobile versus Verizon for a second and talking about this Visible thing because my mind is blown.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. I think it's just called Upvote.
That is so wild. That is such a good idea.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was great. People are paying, like, they're so thankful. You're just paying $25, so you get locked into that group discount.
Yeah. And then everyone's in charge of their own price, so it doesn't really, you don't have to worry about it.
Exactly. Everyone has their own plan.
I'm sure Visible freaking loves you.
We're pretty friendly. So Reddit Upvote has over 2,500 members. So we're getting close. But I think we're number 2 right now.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Congratulations on that. That's stellar marketing. My God.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm like blown away. Okay, I'm going to do one last round of applause for that. Thanks to whoever asked that question. That's pretty impressive. We're moving on to the next question here for Verizon versus T-Mobile. Would you rather? Would you rather be a call center employee at Verizon or T-Mobile? Oh no, I think I would choose neither if that wasn't. I almost put neither as an option here.
Just to get people a way out.
Just to be like, I know you don't want to have. It's one of those would you rather's that you just don't want to have to make a decision on. Like, I don't want to have to vote for this. I don't want to work in a call center. But probably, I think I'll probably go with T-Mobile again, just because of how I have experienced their customer service online. It probably transfers over well to call centers. I don't know. That's probably flawed logic.
That's what I was thinking as well, Sherry. I mean, I don't know if Verizon, actually, no, I think they actually do have like 2 domestic call centers, but most of the other calls I think are routed outside the United States. So maybe if you're in one of those 2, it's not too bad. But no, I don't know. All the T-Mobile employees are also friendly. So
yeah, I get that vibe too. John Little did make a good point. Verizon, because hopefully they have fewer complaints.
that's true. If you have a start with a good network, then hopefully, the customers are like, wow, this is great. I'm happy with my service.
It trickles down to less customer complaints. And then Cash Games kind of says what we said. T-Mobile, much better customer service than Verizon just in general. Alex, they're so nice at T-Mobile.
So nice. They're so friendly.
Yeah. J.R. Cohen, T-Mobile call centers seem like a lot more energy.
Yeah.
I feel like T-Mobile is going to win this one again, but that's just what I'm thinking. We'll show the results.
For a nice little moment in your day, you just reach out to T-Mobile support, see how they're doing.
That's always what I do. I'm having a really bad day, so I call random customer support lines. That's what makes me feel better. Sorry, guys. Another train's passing by. I apologize for the noise. Okay, we got 10 votes to 6. T-Mobile to Verizon. T-Mobile is in the lead, and I don't think Verizon's gonna.
Yeah, they're not coming back. T-Mobile's got this one.
Yeah. So I'm going to turn off the refresh and call T-Mobile the winner here and move it back up to 3. T-Mobile's in the lead. Verizon's won a few, but T-Mobile has won the most. Let's head to the next question. Stetson, you can take this one.
Would you rather take Verizon's broken phone trade-in deal or T-Mobile's any phone trade-in deal where you're getting the free Galaxy A32 on T-Mobile?
See, I'm not super familiar with the broken phone trade-in. Can you expand a little bit more on that?
Yeah, so on April 1st this year, Verizon announced a broken phone trade-in deal where you could literally bring in any phone, working or broken, screen shattered, glass shattered, and Verizon would give you up to $1,000 off their best 5G phones with a port-in and select unlimited plans. So the phone could be cracked, broken, or even not even turned on anymore.
Just a phone.
Yeah, so they announced that promo April 1st. I think you had to be on, one of their qualifying plans or whatever. And sure. I'm sure the amount of trading credit varied a lot. Like they say up to 1,000, but maybe it was like $50 for some people. Are like, we can give you $1 for that phone. So, and then T-Mobile, of course, in their recent press event, announced that any customer, new customer, existing customer, could trade in any phone that has to be working, and they could get that free Galaxy A32 5G.
Right. I'm going to say Verizon because if I'm going to put in money or just use anything that I use that often, I'm going to want something that I really want, not just the Galaxy A32. So I'm voting Verizon here for this one. What would you choose, Stetson?
I went Verizon too, Sherry. I think you called it. I would rather take my broken stuff, like my phones, put them towards something I want, something I'm excited about. And the A32 5G is honestly just not something I'm excited about right now.
It's not. I was scripting for a video yesterday, like offering like the cheapest but best 5G phones that you can buy, and the A32 kept coming up, and I was like, I just can't recommend this. I just can't do it. And if I can't recommend it, then I'm not gonna like freaking choose it for this, even though it's just a poll. But yeah, choose Verizon. I'll turn in my broken old dusty phone for some credit. Give that to me. I'll turn the auto refresh. Okay, yeah, Verizon 14.
People loved it. People loved it. I don't know if it's still going on. I think it was like just an April 1st thing, but
okay. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine they do that for too long. They'd lose way too much money.
They would lose a lot of money. Yes, getting broken phones that you cannot resell is not usually a money grab.
Are we sure that wasn't just an April Fool's Day joke?
It was not a joke. The hashtag they had was, I think, yeah, no joke. So, no joke.
No joke. Amazing. Okay, so we're going to call Verizon for the win here. I want to highlight a comment. Up here, Joe Webb reporting from Delta, Utah. I'm from Utah. Delta's the smallest town ever. If you want to shout out, tell me where you're watching from, where you live, and give you a little shout out. Okay, so we're gonna do Verizon is the winner here, moving the counter back down. We'll see if Verizon can make a comeback to T-Mobile. Slowly but surely, it's happening. Zach Armstrong says he thinks it's still going. You can check out Verizon's website. I'm sure.
I'm part of this family plan on Reddit. I wonder if I can take advantage of this.
Yeah, how many cell phone plans are you a part of right now? How much money do you spend per month on cell phone plans?
Oh God, I mean, I was just filing my taxes like, what is it, 2 weeks ago, last week, and I think I spent like almost over $2,000 on cell service last year, and that broke down to around over $170 a month, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Going hard.
I'm working on it. You know, that's something that's that can come down a little bit. I can see that going lower, I hope. So.
You know what? I could also potentially see that going higher. There's room for growth there.
Sherry, that's a very different direction.
Okay, so on to the next question. We got people saying hi. I'll give you some shout outs while we get ready for the next question. The YouTube experiment in New York City. Hello.
Great city.
Bear Varun from Mansfield, Texas. Never heard of it. Thanks for watching. Didn't mean to click that one. Watching from Fort Lauderdale. I love Fort Lauderdale cash games. Thanks for watching. Okay, cool. Oh, Long Beach. You're close to me, Arthur. Thanks for tuning in. Cool. Okay, the next one. Now these are getting into the questions that I made. Not as fun, but a little bit more practical. So let's see if we can bust through these without going too long into an hour. Okay. So Verizon Prepaid Unlimited or T-Mobile Prepaid Unlimited. I was initially just going to say like prepaid for each of them, but there's just so many differences in the prepaid. So we're going to break it down into like the less expensive prepaid and the unlimited prepaid. So let's go over the details of the prepaid plans. With Verizon's Prepaid Unlimited, you save money the longer you're with them, right? So initially you're going to start paying $65 for their cheaper unlimited, and it will go down to $50 after a while. After like a year, I think every 3 months, the cost goes down. You save $5 more. And then the second plan goes from $75 to $60. And T-Mobile does have family plan pricing, but not like they don't have pricing for if you stay with them. And those plans are $50 and $60. So, what would you choose for?
I mean, for me, it's an easy choice. I would go T-Mobile here. You're getting priority data on T-Mobile prepaid from my testing. Mm-hmm. And that means you're just getting that slightly faster speeds. Verizon prepaid is the same thing as Visible or the same thing as US Mobile. So, right. And those are way cheaper. Like US Mobile's plan is $45 versus $60 to $75. So I just, I feel T-Mobile prepaid is a better value in my mind.
And if we look at the starting out cost, you have to stay with Verizon for a year before you get the same cost as T-Mobile.
Like if you add up.
Much.
So yeah, that's I'm a T-Mobile on this. I think their prepaid, it's good. I like what they're doing.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And then we'll go over their Connect plans next, like their budget prepaid plans. But yeah, T-Mobile is my win here as well. And it looks like it's the internet's win too. So we got 12 votes to 6. Would you rather have prepaid unlimited from Verizon or T-Mobile? And T-Mobile is winning here.
I always feel so validated when the internet votes the same vote that I pick.
Isn't it? It's a blessing and a curse. The internet. Let's see. I'm looking for any comments. Which is better for a single line, Ryan Thomas? T-Mobile Essentials or T-Mobile Prepaid? I think Prepaid.
Yeah, I think Sherry's right on this. I would definitely recommend prepaid. You're getting basically the same experience as T-Mobile postpaid, but for a prepaid price, you're getting more features. T-Mobile Essentials for a single line, I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, T-Mobile Essentials is not my favorite plan. In fact, it might be one of my least favorite plans that exists in the cell phone world. So I
Wow.
stay away from T-Mobile.
Yikes. Sherry, I do not think you're getting that job offer for the T-Mobile call center. I'm sorry to say.
You know what? I'll survive. No, it's not that it's the worst plan. If we're just looking at like the name brand postpaid plans, Essentials is like the worst one.
It's pretty bad. No, you're I mean, you're right. It's bad.
Okay, so we have 18 votes here, and T-Mobile is the win for the prepaid plan. So I'm going to turn off the auto refresh, and we're going to move the counter up again. Yeah, I don't think I needed 13 spots for this counter.
It turns out no. Yeah, I don't think we've even gone past 4.
I don't think we have. This is good to know for next week when I have a counter or whatever I do next. We don't need 13 slots. Okay.
You could, though. We could have had a landslide runaway.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, on to the next one. Oh my gosh, there's so much noise happening around my house today. I need a fancy microphone like you have, Stetson.
Oh yeah, big recommend. I love fancy microphones.
I'm using just my computer mic is not cutting it.
Sherry, aren't you have Whistle Out behind you? Like, this is their channel. You're like, how is that not an easy business expense? Like, you guys, I need this to do my job on a daily basis. I don't know. Can we get one, please?
Can we get one, please? You know what? It's only because I've only recently started doing like regular live streams, so it hasn't been like top of mind. But now that I'm doing them weekly, it's kind of like, and then semi-regularly when I hop on with like you or Sneed or whoever I get on. Like,
yeah, I mean, you can use it for your just regular A-roll.
That's true. That's a great point. I know. I need to be better. Okay.
You know, something to consider.
Okay, so the next one we're going over, the next question is, would you rather T-Mobile Connect or the Verizon equivalent? So T-Mobile Connect, if no one is, or if you're not super aware of what that is just kind of like T-Mobile's attempt at like a budget prepaid plan.
Yeah, they actually announced it, I think, during, everything that was going on last year as like a entry-level affordable price. I mean, you have listed $15 for 2.5 gigs or 25 for 5.5, and they actually increased the data amount by half a gig this year. So that was pretty cool to see.
And then the longer you're with them every year, they also give you another half a gig. So that's the one perk, I guess, of T-Mobile Connect is the longer you're with them, you get more data. I think it's capped at like, I don't know what it's capped at, but
I think they said for 5 years. So that would be an extra 2.5 gigs on 2 gigs and 5 gigs. So like 4.5 and 7.5 gigs.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And then would you rather have the Verizon equivalent? So it's still prepaid. It's not like they don't have any fancy word for it, but I think Verizon just needed to compete in this sphere. So they brought these out. It's a 5 gigabyte plan for 40 or potentially 25. If you're with them for long enough, the cost goes down over the course of a year, or 15 gigabytes for 50, potentially 35. So once you get to like, if you're with it for a year and you make all of those savings, it might be worth it. But initially, like upfront, the cost is way more attractive with T-Mobile than it is with Verizon.
Yeah, I liked T-Mobile here. I thought they had great features too. You actually get domestic roaming data. So if you're in an area that needs partner coverage, you can use that. You can use T-Mobile with eSIM very easily. There's actually a T-Mobile app for iPhone users. I don't actually know if eSIM works on Verizon prepaid. Like, I've never asked about it. So
I'm not sure either.
I don't think so. I think it's just postpaid. But yeah, I went T-Mobile on this. They were my choice.
Yeah, we have a few people saying T-Mobile, I'm not paying 40 for what Verizon is offering for 5 gigabytes. Are you kidding me?
You can get 5 gigs for $25 from Ting on Verizon. US Mobile offers 30 gigs for $30.
Right.
So Verizon prepaid's just not where it's at.
Yeah, and it's too expensive. Like, you can look at it, like we were talking about Visible earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense whatsoever. So yeah, T-Mobile definitely wins here, 9-6. Not as many votes rolling in, but this is a pretty straightforward one that I imagine won't change. So I'm going to turn off the refresh. We're calling it. T-Mobile wins here, 9-6. Oh, and I went back. I meant to go like this. And T-Mobile's moving up the line. Honestly, T-Mobile could take it all the way here.
I mean, I think they are.
Yeah,
I think they are.
I don't know if they're going to come back. Okay, this is a fun one. Stetson, do you want to take it?
Oh, sure. Would you rather have Verizon's Disney bundle or T-Mobile's Netflix bundle?
Yes. Which, I mean, it's not really like a question, really. It's like,
oh, whoa, Sherry, you're just like, not a question. So what's your pick then?
I mean, I would 100% pick the Disney bundle.
Okay. Well, I was wondering because you put an exclamation mark after Netflix with, adding some excitement in there. I was like, oh, Sherry really likes her Netflix.
I added an exclamation point to make it look like a little bit more attractive because it's like not, it just doesn't even compare. So I'm like, maybe an exclamation point will make this look better.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I've been loving everything on Disney Plus right now, from The Mandalorian to the Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier to WandaVision. It's been awesome.
Yeah, 100%. And then you also look at the Disney bundle with ESPN and Hulu, and it's just even the cost savings is like so much better. The standard Netflix is like what, $8. The Disney bundle is like 30 something or so dollars.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, and you get it with a single line as opposed to having to have like multiple lines. So
yes, exactly. So I, for that reason, am going with the Disney bundle, and I'm shocked it's this close. Maybe
are you guys okay? Do we need to send help?
Yeah. Did somebody take over your computers? Is everybody okay? Give me a thumbs up in the comments or something, because I am worried here.
Blink twice if you're okay.
Seriously? 7 days? Are you guys doing this to just like yank my chain? Like, what's happening
Maybe
here?
people like Netflix and they're just like, yeah, Netflix is good, and they're thinking of it as standalone, but not considering like when it's with T-Mobile, you're getting standard definition streaming. You have to pay for the full plan.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Sherry, you should not. Oh, it refreshed on your screen. Oh, no.
I am shocked. I'm really blown away. Let's look at some of these comments. Standard Netflix is $15. I don't think standard Netflix is $15, Dennis. And the Hulu bundle is only $13. I don't think that's,
I mean, Hulu is definitely $13. Standard is $14 for Netflix.
Oh, never mind. I guess it went up. Netflix just got in the win? Gotten ahead?
God. Stop.
I'm really, you guys are, okay, it's back to a tie. I'd be happy with a tie. I'd be upset if Netflix won. Netflix is more expensive than Disney Plus. Yeah, but the Disney bundle.
And for 4K too.
Yeah. It comes with all three though. But it's, I'm not going to try and convince you guys.
I will. Disney bundle. Disney bundle. Let's go, everybody.
Everybody put hashtag Disney bundle in the comments, please, if you vote for Disney bundle. Thank you. Okay, so we have Disney bundle in the win, but it's been pretty close. So I'm going to let it ride out for a second or two to see.
Nope, you should just end it right now.
That wouldn't be ethical journalism, okay?
It's okay. It's okay, Sherry. It's YouTube.
I don't need to be ethical here. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to call it. It's officially 2 votes up. And there we go. We got hashtag Disney bundle. Thank you, YouTube experiment. Appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to turn off the auto refresh, and we're going to say that Verizon won this round. So we're moving the counter back down to 3. T-Mobile's still in the lead, has won way more questions than Verizon has.
Sherry, not only did you not need 13, you didn't even need Verizon. Like, you just needed T-Mobile.
We never went into the T-Mobile side. We haven't yet.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, let's go to the next question. This one was, I think, a fun one. I kind of just thought of it.
Whoa. This is a great one.
Yeah. So would you rather have Verizon home internet or T-Mobile home internet? Dun-dun-dun-dun. I'm intrigued. Stetson, what say you?
What say I? I mean, I think this comes down to, am I getting Verizon's millimeter wave home internet, or am I getting their just LTE slash 5G home internet?
We'll go with the best of what either has to offer.
The best of what either has to offer. I don't know. I mean, I feel like from what I've seen, Verizon's just the better product. So I'd probably, if I had the coverage, I would go that. But I know T-Mobile is going to be in more spots. This is a
Right.
tricky one. I think I'm going to go Verizon on this one.
Ooh, okay, okay. Yeah, I am not totally sure here because for hypothetically, if I had Verizon and T-Mobile to choose from, I'd probably choose Verizon. But in my area, T-Mobile is like the only option, right? So
Yeah.
I haven't known anyone to do Verizon home internet, but if I had the option to choose Verizon over T-Mobile, I would. The FiOS internet, the home internet looks really awesome. And once Verizon gets their ultra-wide network hopping and gets nodes popping up everywhere, I think that's going to be really, really awesome. So I'm voting Verizon here in the best case scenario if I had the option to choose of either. Let's see. Oh, and we got Verizon in the lead so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
Evan says Verizon. Let's see. Cash Game says T-Mobile because they serve my house N41, and Verizon is 10 miles away. So
Yeah.
are you both these in your area? That's pretty impressive.
If you have N41, then it's
A no-brainer.
T-Mobile's a big win for you.
Yeah, 100%. Let's see. Verizon home internet is better. T-Mobile home internet feels like a beta product based off Sneed and others' experience. Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been the greatest experience for lots of people. T-Mobile home internet. It starts out okay, but then it quickly goes downhill from what I've been seeing.
What was that, Sherry?
I'm just going to mute myself for the rest. You can take out over this live stream these trains. So there's like a commuter train that rolls by, and then like also freight trains run on this.
So you got both trains.
Yeah, I have all the trains. Yeah, and sometimes if I'm really lucky, I get a police helicopter circling overhead that starts asking where criminals are, you know?
Oh, that's fun.
That's a fun one too.
A lot of perks of the new apartment. That's amazing.
But I can see the ocean. So it's worth it.
Nice.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to highlight a few more comments and then we'll move on. We have Bobby saying, I picked Verizon because I have Verizon 5G. That's great. Heck yeah. All the trains. Yep.
Yeah, well diversified.
Every single train runs by my house. Everyone. Okay. So we have Verizon in the lead here, 9-14. I'm going to stop this auto refresh and say that the home internet, for home internet, Verizon has won here. So we're moving the counter back down to 2.
Oh man, it's starting to get close.
It's getting close. I don't know what's going to happen if it lands on 0, but we'll see. Okay. The next question, T-Mobile Essentials or Verizon Start Unlimited.
Oh,
so
man.
I know. I'm comparing these against their equivalent from either carrier. So if you don't like either of them, I mean, lots of us don't like either of them, but you have to choose. It's part of the game, okay? So I'll go over the basics of these. For Essentials from T-Mobile, it's $60 a month. You get 50 gigabytes, no Netflix, 3G hotspot speeds. All around a pretty dismal cell phone plan for $60. With Verizon Start, it's $70. You get the Disney bundle. You get Apple and Discovery Plus, all of those for 6 months. So you get a little bit more. I forgot to put in the gigabyte and hotspot speed. I don't think there is hotspot allotment. Let me double check.
Yeah, you might be right on that for Verizon.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no hotspot and you don't get a set amount of data.
You're also not getting 5G on Verizon of any kind.
With Start?
Yeah.
You might
nationwide.
You might not get ultra wideband, but you get 5G. But why use 5G if you can't connect to ultra wideband is my question. Okay, let me find that other where we were. So because you do get a set amount of data with T-Mobile and you get a generic hotspot allowance, I'm going with T-Mobile and it's cheaper. So $70, you don't get a set amount of data. That's kind of a deal breaker for me personally. Some people don't mind like just having your speeds slowed when the network is congested, but I'm not cool with that. I'm not down with that. So I'm voting for T-Mobile on this one. What are you going to vote?
Yeah, this is a T-Mobile for me, mostly just because it's cheaper, and I'd rather, pay less for a bad plan than pay more for a bad plan. It's my reasoning there.
That's great. Yeah. What's the better of two evils here? It is T-Mobile Essentials. Even though I did say it was the worst plan, I guess Start Unlimited is the worst plan of all of
Yeah,
them.
actually, take it back. Start
I
Unlimited,
did.
the
Yeah.
actual worst plan.
The
It's been uncovered.
This is making it official that the actual worst plan is Verizon Start Unlimited. Ugh. So we got 12 votes to 7 for T-Mobile here, 12 votes to 8. I don't imagine that changing very much. So I'm going to turn off the auto refresh. And we have 3 more questions. I don't want to
We're going to do it.
keep us over too long of an hour, but T-Mobile won this one. So we're moving it back up the line. T-Mobile up to 3. And we're moving on to the next one. Okay, so Stetson, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, sure. Would you rather have Verizon Play More or T-Mobile Magenta? Both sort of the mid-tier postpaid plans from both of the carriers. Magenta's offering $70 a month, taxes and fees included. You're getting 100 gigs of priority data, Netflix for multi-line accounts. You're getting 5G access. 5 gigs of hotspot data, then unlimited 3G hotspot data. Play More, 50 gigs priority, 15 gigs hotspot. Disney bundle, which we kind of liked. Apple Music for 6 months, and it's $80, so $10 more, taxes and fees extra.
Yeah, and obviously this is just for one line. It's just easier to do the cost for one line, but more lines, the cheaper it gets. For this one, it's so hard because I really am a fan of how much data that Magenta offers, but I'm a really big fan of streaming and hotspot use.
So Sherry, thoughts on this? You could probably get T-Mobile Magenta and the Disney bundle and still pay less than Verizon.
That's a great point. That's an awesome point. But I guess that is a good way to sway people to vote for T-Mobile here. But okay, I dig that. But it also has Discovery Plus for 12 months. So you get all of that. You get the Disney bundle, Apple Music, and Discovery Plus.
Yeah, you do. So I guess, I don't know, if you like streaming, maybe that's the move. I don't know. I'm torn here.
I'm doing Verizon because of the perks, the added perks, and the bigger hotspot allotment. If I'm paying $70 and only getting 5 gigabytes for a hotspot, that's like, I'm not on board with that. So I'm choosing Verizon.
That's true. Verizon, you're also getting 720p streaming, where T-Mobile is only at 480p with the Magenta plan. So, yeah, I think I might just join you, Sherry. Verizon Play More. I have been loving the Disney bundle myself, and that is definitely playing a role here, and coverage is just better in my area. So,
I convinced him to go with Verizon.
The big red.
The big R. Okay, so right now we're 2 of only 8 votes for Verizon, but we have 11 to 8 T-Mobile Magenta versus Verizon Play More. I do want to shout out that I did not put in Verizon's Do More plan because I think it's worthless and shouldn't exist. So
really, wait, you mean the Do More? No, I agree with that completely. Yeah,
they're the same cost, but you get less with Do More.
Yeah, it's just like the 50% off tablet line. And then you're why don't I just get more?
Yeah. And then the extra like cloud storage. But
that's scary, because the moment you put stuff in there and you go to cancel, they're like, oh, we'll delete your cloud. And you're like, oh no, I don't want that. And then you're stuck with Verizon.
Yeah, and you're stuck with like 600 whatever gigabytes of cloud storage, and you have nowhere to put all of that data, or all that information. It's like, nope. So yeah, we're not comparing Do More in this. We're skipping over Do More. We're just doing Play More. But yeah, it looks like T-Mobile won over this one.
That might be the win.
I'm going to see what people have to say. Cash games. The only reason I would choose Magenta is that T-Mobile has better coverage than Verizon in my city. Zach says, I don't need any of that. I don't watch TV or movies. That's fair.
And then, how much free time do you have on your hands, my friend?
No, man. Maybe I have too much free time. That's the problem here. I need to have more hobbies. I hope Zach has a lot of hobbies because that's definitely not my case. Okay, so let's head back. T-Mobile 1 again. We're moving up to 4. How exciting would it be if we broke 5 on this counter?
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
New records.
Can you imagine?
This is a nail biter, Sherry.
I know. Okay, I'll take this one. Let me share this poll with everybody real quick. Okay. Verizon Get More or Magenta Max. Okay, so these are the most premium plans for each carrier, also the most expensive. Verizon offers the most expensive plan in the country with the Verizon Get More. It's $90 a month. You get 50 gigabytes of data, a 30 gigabyte hotspot, Disney Bundle, Apple Music, and Discovery Plus. So overall, like a pretty good option. I didn't put any like roaming on here. It just would have taken up too much space. So I just did the very basics of the plans. Okay. So then Magenta Max, $85, unlimited data, 40 gigabyte hotspot, and Netflix. Now, the thing that I have here, my problem with Magenta Max is that their unlimited, never going to slow down data is total BS. And
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't heard one person who hasn't said that their speeds have slowed down or had they've been throttled or capped once they've reached a certain amount of data usage with Magenta Max.
Oh, that's interesting. I haven't heard that. Interesting.
Really? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm following the wrong people on Twitter, but I haven't heard good things from Magenta Max since its new release. So because of that, I'm probably going to choose Get More because there's just been too much drama, too many bad reviews with Magenta Max, and I don't think it's realistic to hold that standard for very long. But I don't know. Let's see.
I think for me, I'm going Magenta Max. I mean, it is, in my opinion, assuming the print is true and correct, it is technically speaking the best plan in the industry. And we had Sasha from PC Mag saying it's the only true 5G plan because you're getting unlimited priority data and basically just unlimited data. It's a really great experience.
Yeah.
So I'm with y'all in the chat. I'm going Magenta Max here. I think Team Magenta has it for their top tier plan.
If I believed that it was something that was sustainable and that was actually like in practice working, then I would vote Magenta. But I just haven't.
You can change your vote. You know, it's not too late.
I said if I believed it, Stetson.
Okay.
I'm going with Verizon. I know it's crazy, but I just haven't found enough evidence that Magenta Max is worth it yet, or that works as well as it says it does. But obviously, I knew I was going to be in the minority here. I didn't think many people were going to be agreeing with me, and I was correct. 18 votes to 4, Magenta Max to Get More. Somebody agreed with me in the chat. Sherry gets an A+. Can somebody keep doing that? Sherry, like hashtag Sherry A+. That would be terrific. I would love that. I'll make a shirt that has it on there. Is Verizon data unlimited on 5G ultra wideband? No, it's not.
I think it is, right? Like they're not gonna stop you from using data on 5G ultra wideband, but it will count against your priority allotment.
Sure. Yes. There we go. Okay, it's a blowout. Yes, it is. I know I was wrong. 18 to 4. I'm looking for. Evan says Team Magenta. Yeah, everybody's loving Team Magenta over here. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this auto refresh. We're gonna move the counter up to 5. We have one more question, and it might even get up to a 6.
Here we go.
So the final question is really dumb, but I feel like we needed to like spell it out for people. Okay.
Okay.
Verizon or T-Mobile?
Wow. All caps too, Sherry. Going big here.
Going big. It's the last question. It needed some emphasis. It needed some pizzazz. So I feel like everything that we've been doing is screaming T-Mobile. I mean, they have a ton of they have the most 5G. They have decently priced plans. They have lots of plan options. And And I think the price point is what's getting lots of our watchers, our viewers today and listeners, is that Verizon's just too expensive. It doesn't make much sense for them.
Yeah, I think, as you're sharing the poll in the chat here, I think T-Mobile has offered some of the best features at the best price points. And I think we've seen that as the counter has swayed on the T-Mobile side. And yeah, I mean, I think value for consumers, if you get the T-Mobile coverage, I think it's a W. It's a win for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The positives about Verizon, their 5G is super fast, right? They have like the fastest 5G. There's just not a lot of it. You also get the Disney bundle, Discovery Plus, Apple Music for the perks.
I love that.
Yeah, so those are some really great things, but we're finding that maybe people don't care about that much. And because I don't want to be in the minority again, I'm choosing people. Call me a sheep. Just kidding. Don't call me a sheep. I'm going with T-Mobile though. And
the internet has validated us.
The internet has validated me because I knew what the internet was going to say before I voted, and so I went with that. I'm going to check out some comments. Nikki T is bringing up some C-band info. It's Verizon for me. The plan for C-band is not only going to be on macros, but small cells indoors as well. Also, T-Mobile's 2.5 is so fragmented. That's a really techie way to say they like Verizon.
I think Nikki brings up some good points, though, and maybe we're just going to have to do this again next year.
I know. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. It's like this is going to be changing always. Maybe I'll do this quarterly. Who knows? Verizon and T-Mobile are constantly changing their plans and their offerings. Nikki T. Oh, Nikki T again. You're the star of the last half of this stream, sir. T-Mobile has much better plans for sure, but they aren't the best overall carrier. Yeah, I would put, like AT&T in here too, but this live stream would have gone on way longer than we needed. Next week will be the decider though, because next week I am doing T-Mobile versus AT&T Would You Rather. So that will decide. That will be the ultimate winner.
Who won your AT&T and Verizon one, Sherry?
I can't remember. I think AT&T did.
You think AT&T came out on top?
Yeah, because of Elite. Like Elite was like, carrying it through all the different options that AT&T has. Like HBO Max over Disney Bundle was a popular one. So I think AT&T won. I'm gonna have to double check, but
okay.
Yeah, so far T-Mobile's crushing this stream. And I'm gonna officially go to our official counter.
Wow. 6. We made it to 6.
T-Mobile has won. Would you rather T-Mobile or Verizon? Oh yeah, people are letting me know AT&T won. Thank you. Thank you guys for remembering my live stream better than I did. I was still coming down from that COVID fog. That'll be my.
Yeah, that's crazy. You had that.
I know, so silly. It wasn't bad, and I'm fully recovered now, though. So I feel
glad to hear that. Glad to hear that.
Okay, yeah. So this stream with Stetson and Sherry came out that T-Mobile is the ultimate winner over Verizon. Next week, I guess, will be the full final decider. But yeah, this is it. Thank you guys for watching. We almost got to 100 concurrent viewers. We got to like 99. I was so close. So darn close. Maybe next week. It'll definitely be next week. But that's it for today, guys. Stetson, any parting words?
Make sure you like and subscribe to the Whistle Out channel for more content from Sherry.
And also like and subscribe to Stetson's channel and sign up for his Visible Mobile plan that has thousands of users.
Over 2,000 people. Come join. It's a party.
Good for you. Cool. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Find us on Twitter, all the places. We're there, just in our names. Thanks, guys. See you later.